Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Sammy, and I've been dropshipping on eBay for the last 7 years. Today we have Elias. Elias, do you want to introduce yourself and give us your story and numbers?
Yeah, name's Elias. I've been drop shipping for about a month now, a little over a month. I did around a grand in my first month, and I'm ready to make it 10.
That's good. So tell me, how many listings do you have right now on your account? And what are your sales daily? And tell us about your approach, huh?
Yeah, let's see. So my account right now is sitting at a little over, a little under 6,000 listings. So 5,900, yeah, around 6,000 listings.
Gotcha,
Um,
gotcha.
Today we're at $476 in sales, and I have 28 items to ship out, Sammy, and I only have two Amazon accounts. So
Dude, that's scary, man.
yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
have to talk about that.
Yeah, that's those are the scary parts. Yeah. Okay, so tell me about like how much are you making off of those 28 sales that you got, yeah? Like
Yeah, so
a rough
the
estimate would be
part
good.
that's rough right now is, I just started sniping, so sales have been coming in pretty quick, and before, like at night, I'd fulfill, and then I'd be able to see exactly how much profit I made. But right now, I made my second Amazon account yesterday,
Hmm.
but even then I was like I was choosing which ones to fulfill, so I wasn't able to like fully calculate the profit on the day. But yeah, so I found an item that I sniped, and the markup's actually over 100%.
Really?
So yeah, my profit's $8 on that one,
Yeah.
and I sold eight today.
Well,
I sold eight
eight of
today.
them.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
um
crazy.
Actually, I put it up on mobile on my listing, and like on the top left it shows like 10 sold in the last 24 hours.
That's
It's
crazy. So,
yeah.
Elias, before we continue, give us your story, man. Like, who are you? When, like, tell us, give me the whole background. What do you do? What's your full time?
So I just turned 18 um 3 or 4 days ago.
Hmm.
Leading up to it, of course, I'm in school still. I tried a couple of different things in the years previous, as far as running social media accounts and affiliate marketing.
Give
Uh,
me the dates, like in 2014, 2016.
yeah, 2021, I was affiliate marketing. Got my TikTok to 50,000 followers.
And how old were
Right,
you at that time?
15
50.
probably. 15.
Okay, good.
It's 15.
Yeah,
The YouTube, which I was posting the same content just on YouTube,
yeah.
got that to a little over 7,000 followers. And this was all like right before I started monetizing.
Hmm.
Because the group I was in, they made it in like your branding on your account, like to not, they said it was important not to be selling from the beginning,
Hmm.
just because it makes you look more legitimate. So like
Yeah.
right before I was at the point in which I was gonna start monetizing, my accounts got banned because it was under like the Tate niche.
Oh,
But
gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha. Like, what were you talking about that got you, like, it got banned or
yeah.
demonetized?
So no, it got banned. So there was a point in time where anything under his name, like every account got banned. It wasn't like the certain videos I was posting, it was just anything that was under Tate's name got banned.
Was it like, were you doing the affiliate marketing for the Hustlers University? That kind
Yeah,
of stuff?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, gotcha. Because I've seen so
And
many people doing that stuff. Yeah, like,
yeah, um, a lot. I got like really deep into it, where I was like really focused on like the specifics in the videos and how to make them perform well. But like there's a kid in the group, he was some 13-year-old kid, and he was paying like 12 grand a month just off of commission. So
I'm
yeah,
telling you.
it
So
had
t
me.
t tell me a little bit about that. I don't want to get demonetized. We're not gonna go too deep, right? But
Yeah,
or I don't want to get banned. But like,
yeah,
what about Tate? Like, you watch him? Like, what's your history with him? Yeah.
yeah. So everyone, like, as long as you're scrolling the reels or TikTok in the past like 3 years, you've seen his face, right?
Yeah.
Um, and that was actually after I used to trade crypto or in the stock market a little bit. So I've always wanted to make money. Like, who doesn't?
Hmm.
And coming across his videos, he's very appealing. He's really good at marketing. And he just sold me on like his course and joining a group where everyone is in there trying to make money. So I went ahead and did it. And
Oh,
then
so you joined Hustlers.
yeah. So then I just so happened to like choose affiliate marketing because it made the most sense
Yeah.
for me because there's like no cost of entry, like,
Mhm.
and yeah, just so happened to choose affiliate marketing.
If you don't mind, tell me a little bit about like what kind of content did you watch from him? Because I watched him too, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I watched his podcast, I watched his videos,
Mhm.
I watched his videos, interviews with Mom and Hijab. I saw his Piers Morgan. Like what like you were like 15 years old when watching him, right?
Yeah.
So what were you watching? And like give me some insight on like what the youths watch when they're watching Tay.
Mhm. Well, I don't know. You just see him like posted up with a bunch of supercars, money, like smoking the cigars, and you listen to what he says, you just respect what he's saying. So I was just interested. I was like, how does he
Yeah.
have that?
No, it's
Um,
attractive. Yeah, it's
yeah, and
attractive.
like
Yeah.
what he was saying, like the videos I was posting too, because I was the reason he blew up is because of the affiliate marketers like me. Like he had a really good marketing strategy. He was one of the first people to like normalize the affiliate marketing on like a mass scale.
Yeah.
Um, but like yeah, the things that you post, like you have him like saying these like crazy out of context things, which are
Yeah.
what ended up getting him banned because like it made him seem like a
What got him famous, man?
yeah, exactly. And
Like he
then
says things nobody can deny. Like he says women are weak,
yeah, he
but
doesn't
that would
care. Yeah.
but the way he says it would like make people so angry, and then but they wouldn't be able to argue back with them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
exactly.
he would trigger people.
Yeah, it's something that and then ever since him, I feel like the years um leading after, like there's been a huge shift where more people are starting to just like not care. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
more blunt.
I feel like I feel like there is a sphere of people like in the online world that don't care, but there are equally or more so, I would say that a lot of people do, not because like they don't agree with him, because the
Yeah.
media is
They
so
have no
powerful.
choice. Yeah, exactly.
Like bro,
Yeah.
they will come and they'll take everything out. Like if you don't have like deep rooted finances or something, like they'll wipe you out.
Yeah,
You know what
no.
I
I
mean?
mean, and going off of that, like we're talking about how all my accounts got banned. It wasn't just me, it was like everyone else in the group, and they were able to do that. Like
Right.
they didn't like what he was saying, so
Imagine that
they,
was your
they banned
full-time
all of the
income.
accounts just based off of like allegations on him. So
Exactly.
it's insane.
Exactly. So basically you were posting the stuff when you got taken in prison in Romania. That's when
Yeah,
everything got taken down.
a little before that is when because they tried to like ban him and wipe him on social media before they threw him in jail, where he got like taken to
Mhm.
jail on allegations.
Gotcha.
So it was a little bit before that, but yeah.
Did you watch Sneeko? You watch Sneeko? Like, do you know him?
Sneeko, yeah, I know all those guys. Yeah,
Yo, dude, I have indirect connection with Sneeko.
really.
Yeah, let me let me show you something cool. Like you actually seen EcomSniper. I'll show you.
What?
So we made a landing page just to get him on board because we thought that our tool and platform was like perfect for him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we made a specific page. We're like,
Oh,
"Hey,
what?
Nico, welcome to EcomSniper.
No.
Let me show you how eBay dropshipping works." Right. And then we made a whole page for him, right? Because
Yeah,
do you know Sneeko? He knows Sheikh Uthman. I don't know if you know Sheikh Uthman.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
watched.
yeah. Sheikh Uthman, like I have his personal number, right? Like
Oh, really?
yeah. So I went to Umrah with Sheikh Uthman, and what ended up happening was, right, I told him about my business, and I'm like, hey, we do this and this, and since you know Sneeko, right, why don't you like send him a message for me? Because I can if I
Yeah.
message him, he's not gonna respond to me, right? But
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna reply back to Sheikh Uthman. So 3 days before, like I went to Umrah, right? Sheikh Uthman messaged me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to come to Umrah with us? Sneeko and Neon are gonna be there." And I'm like, 3 days before, I'm like, "Oh shit!" Okay, I booked the flight. I'm like, "All right, let's go." So because like it's a good chance to network with these guys.
Yeah,
And
that's ridiculous.
and then I went, but then what ended up happening was Neon decided to like I don't want to say it's like whatever. No one's gonna watch my videos, but apparently he
Mhm.
like spazzed out or something. And then he didn't end up going. So Sneeko was only going because of Neon. So they both flopped on that. But when I went over there, Sheikh Uthman just went ahead and just took my message and just forwarded it to him in front of me. You know,
That's insane. Yeah.
so I guess like the difference is like we couldn't offer Sneeko like 11 million bucks or something, right?
Hmm.
So he probably wasn't interested at that time, but he's seen everything. And if we want to get into contact with him again, we could. But the
Yeah.
crazy part is he knows shit.
Yeah.
He
No,
knows
that
Andrew
is
Tate
funny.
too.
Making it seem like a small world. That's funny.
Bro, it's wallahi, it's a small world.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, about like if you know the people, right? There's like if we can get the message to them,
Hmm.
but you can never message them or like send them an email. It's not gonna work, right? You gotta go through people, right? So we
Yeah.
have like this. So and I also now so basically so Sheikh Uthman's son, like I speak to him because he actually is in the Telegram, Musa, right?
Mm.
So he's inside the Telegram, and Musa is like the video editor for Sheikh Uthman, and one of Musa's boys is the video editor for Sneeko.
Wait, wait. Say that again.
So
So
Musa
yeah.
is around your age too, right? He's inside the Telegram. He started. He's probably a good contact for you to like network with, right? Musa's inside the Telegram. He is Sheikh Uthman's son, so he does
Yeah.
the video editing for Sheikh Uthman. But he also his boy Rayan is the video editor for
Force
Sneeko.
Nico. Oh, okay.
So they're like
Yeah.
boys.
No,
So like broski,
that's
everything is
funny.
like
Everything's here.
yeah, bro. We have like connections to
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
but it's all indirect, Like the thing is, bro. Like the reality is, if you want to speak to them, you need status of some sort,
Hmm.
right? It's either you're like a scholar or like a PhD holder, like some type of big, like once you make it, like everybody wants to speak with you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
I'm tell that's how like this because it's not that people don't want to get back to you, is everybody has like limited time
Yeah. You
and
can't get back
energy.
to everyone. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's funny. Like,
That's funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Like, I even like I told my developer about that because my developer he watches Andrew Tate too, and I
Hmm.
told him about it because we were making. It, he's like, "Wow, I feel special."
Yeah. No, that's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Like,
you'd pull out the landing page on me. That's funny.
I'm telling you, it's a small world, right?
Yeah, no, you're making it seem that way.
I mean, is it not
No,
a
it
small
is. It
world?
is. I mean, you just said that with Nico, and I
Exactly. Yeah.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like I
really are just a conversation away from
exactly.
somebody who knows somebody. Yeah,
But the main thing is you need to provide value.
yeah,
Like if you're valuable, then you can do all of these business deals and everything like that. You have
mhm,
audiences if you can provide the value.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where it
Mhm.
all stems from. So so that was a that was an
That's a
interesting
side.
conversation, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so back to your story. So 2020 affiliate marketing. Tell me about Hustlers like university. Like what
Hmm.
was it like? Was it like did
Bro,
you
that
learn
was my
anything?
first time that. So previously, I oh yeah, I wouldn't say I traded crypto, but my first ever like business venture and me making money, I bought like $20 worth of Dogecoin and then or like $10 worth of Dogecoin. The next day it's like up 100%, which like is stupid because I only put in $10, right?
Yeah.
So that's very small scale things where I traded AMC. I actually like used $400 of my mom's money and I like doubled it. It was my first trade. It was
Jeez.
really
Gee,
lucky.
that's
But
funny, dude.
previously it was things on the side that weren't like very like time consuming, like schedule, like every day you're kind of doing the same thing, trying to attack it and like learn as you go. But affiliate marketing and joining that program was more like, okay, like I have a full schedule and I know what I do for the day. So like I have something to actually do day by day. So it was the first time that like on a schedule,
Hmm.
I was actually attacking something and trying to like learn the skill. So it
Hmm.
taught me a lot as far as like developing a skill and how you go about developing as like a person, like actually seeing like your results
Yeah, yeah,
come
you
in as
bet.
you go. Yeah.
You bet. So what else have you done after that?
Um,
Well, before that, so Hustlers University, like, so how much did you pay for that?
that was $50 a month.
So would you say it was worth it? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
even back then, when I didn't have like money coming in.
Mhm.
50, like the people that call it a scam, it's like $50. Like sure you can scam someone out of $50, but like whenever you're paying for something like that, and we could even go into like my most recent business venture prior where I
Mhm.
paid more money, you kind of get whatever you give as far as like if we're talking about like a program with like mentorship or like where it has the opportunity of networking, you kind of get what you like give and like reach out, ask questions, and like how much you're involved. It's easy to like pay $50 and then not try or not like reach out, talk to people, try and figure things out, and just sit back and like obviously you're not going to be making money. So it's easy to call it a scam. But really any group that's like full of people who are like driven to get the same thing and you're able to ask questions and network, like
Exactly.
yeah, not
Exactly.
like no group
The
is special. Like some groups are
opportunity.
more special than others. Like some
Mhm.
leaders are more involved and things like that. But it's really about the group you're in and like the people wanting the same thing and like actually reaching out and talking to people. They're all like the same in a way.
Dude, 100%. You know, recently, like what I did was I actually, so there was one guy on Reddit. He posted a course for like a Shopify course, right?
Hmm.
He was selling it for $50 and he didn't get anybody to buy it. And so the first thing I did right away, I bought it. Like
Yeah.
without looking at what the course was. And the reason why was I just wanted to be the first person.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
imagine you're the first, like imagine you're selling something, your first client. How are you gonna treat them?
Yeah.
You know, like I remember the first person who joined EcomSniper, right? Like I even till this day I service him like beyond measure. And the reason why is because I remember that. So I
Mm.
remember I did that to somebody and and I'm thinking $50 to be someone's first client. They're gonna give you hours of their day. They're gonna go all the long while just for that small price. Right. So it was that $50 I spent not for the content or the course. I didn't even open up the PDF to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be the first
You
person
didn't.
to
Yeah.
build that relationship with the guy. You know
Didn't
what
know
I
what it's
mean?
about. Still don't know. But yeah,
Yeah. You know,
that's
dude,
insane.
you that's the kind of like mindset that I have towards this stuff. You know, like I want to be the
Yeah.
first, right? Just so like people feel in debt to me, and like I get that, and now I can message him to go ahead and like he even told me he'll spend like 2 hours a day with me to work on my Shopify store,
Yeah.
which is which is crazy, right? When he really wants me to be, I couldn't do it because 2 hours is like I'm also spending 2 hours of my time, and I was like can't make that trade at this time.
Yeah.
But that just shows like the value of like networking, right? If you met
Hmm.
somebody in that group, right, there's probably somebody out there like you could provide immense value to, and they'll provide just as much value. And you
Yeah.
can only meet these people inside of these groups that are like-minded. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like for example, you're not gonna be able to speak to like Bill Gates. Like I'm not gonna be able to speak to Bill Gates,
Yeah.
right? I'm not gonna be able to speak to Andrew Tate, right? We're not there yet.
Hmm.
But you gotta network with the guys at your level, climb the ladder, network further, keep going up, network further, and this is how you like make these powerful like connections and these opportunities start coming. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's like so I 100% agree with you. You know, like the guys who think that that group is a scam, maybe they didn't get the value. Like some people are gonna get more value from it than others, but
Yeah.
the opportunity cost to network with people is immense.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, people treat higher ticket courses and I guess programs with more respect. Like you're not gonna expect as much from a $50 program. So
Mhm.
it's like mass marketed, like anyone's joining. But if you put a price tag on like one-on-one coaching, for example, or say you're a consultant and it's like a $10,000 like one-time fee,
Mhm.
um, you know, you're gonna be more involved and you're gonna probably get more from it.
True.
So I feel like part of that is like, yeah, of course, if anything's like mass marketed at like $50 on some
True.
guy who's like talking nonsense on, or not nonsense on TikTok, but like saying things out of context, like things you've never heard
Yeah.
before. You're like, what is this guy saying? Like thousands of people are joining, then yeah, like at a cheap price, not as many people will take it serious.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
true. It's
that
true.
makes
Like
sense.
there is like kind of a bad label that goes with you if you price something too low. People are not gonna believe in it.
Mm,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? I actually buy every eBay dropshipping course that exists. Like if
Yeah,
somebody has it, I buy it.
yeah, I can see the value in that.
Yeah, like
Be
even
able
if
to
I
slip
learn like
what other
even
people are
one
doing.
thing new,
Yeah,
like that's valuable to me, man. Every time I bought one, I've been kind of unimpressed. But you
yeah,
know, like but that's because I've like been doing it for so long, right?
yeah. That makes
But
sense.
but I always buy everything just because like just to be a part of it and like see what other people are thinking. Because there's not really too many like people, there's not that many courses. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah,
In such a niche too.
yeah. You know what's funny is my mom. She was looking for something to like make money on the side. She never ended up doing anything, but I signed her up for a eBay dropshipping Patreon. Like my mom was gonna start dropshipping. It never happened. She never even like knew that she was in the Patreon, or like she never ended up like joining the calls.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
couple months down the line, like I was just paying for it, and then like I ended up canceling it. But yeah, it was kind of funny.
Right now, I feel like you'd be able to teach her, yeah?
Yeah, but yeah, the goal is for her not to have to work. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
let me do it for her. But yeah, it was just funny.
True,
Like
but
looking back at it.
this business, you know, if you don't have to rely on it for an income, it's
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If you're not like if you don't have to pay bills or anything like that, this business model is like a fun one. You know, you list it's like it's almost like it's almost gamified the experience. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You're sniping items, you're like you started how long ago did you start sniping? Like how many days has it been?
Hey, I kid you not. This is like ridiculous. So like right now I have to fulfill 30 orders.
Mhm.
I only sniped like 40, 50 items, like total.
Yeah,
And that was just one day. And then after I started seeing like how many sales come in, I'm like, bro, I only have one Amazon account. So I started asking a bunch of people, I'm like, how many orders a day do you do per Amazon account? And they're like five. I'm like, bro,
five,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get banned.
You
So
gotta get
then so then
you gotta
like
slow down, yeah.
these last couple of days, um, well today was it just keeps on like climbing, but the previous 2 days, it was like a little under or a little over 10 sales a day. So then I ended up opening another account and I thought like,
It's not enough.
yeah, so like now I need 3 or 4.
So there's a reason why I don't snipe in my videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because this is a secret, but I'm actually working on making 30,000 Amazon accounts. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah, that's my plan. Like I have a team that's like working on executing that. So that way we can snipe comfortably. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the reason I don't snipe is because it's too powerful.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
No,
you
it,
just
it is like stupid how I listed 40. I was I was doing it for like my first video. I was trying to
yeah.
make a video, like snipe a couple. And in the video, I actually ended up saying, I'm like, I'm gonna snipe 150, 200. I'm like, thank God I didn't. But I ended up sniping like
Yeah.
50, and I bulk listed another 150 like that night. Um,
Now
but then yeah, I wake up.
it should be a different ratio, like 10% to 90%
Oh
bulk.
yeah, no, I was about to snipe like 200, but then I realized like after running through all the accounts, I only had like 200 results, and like not all of them were. But that's besides the point. But yeah, all the sales start coming in, and then like yeah, if you're like tax exempt, even making like $1, $2 on each of these sales, like I'm getting like 30 a day now, or not 30 a
Hmm.
day. That's an exaggeration. But if I sniped more, yeah, easy.
Yeah, yeah, you bet. I hear you. I hear you. You know, like, so I don't I like to like I would share my screen, but
Hmm.
my team is like working like live right now. You can see they're moving
Yeah.
the screen by themselves. But we got an order here today, right? 241.99, and then on Amazon we're buying it for 109.
Yeah, bro.
Like
I hate
these
seeing
are the ones that like okay, so this is the stuff that gets me really excited about dropshipping. You know what I mean? And I have
yeah.
multiple accounts like all over the place that have like these kind of sales like coming in. The bulk lister, right? When you're using like 140% markup, 120% markup, those are where you make all your money. But the
Hmm.
sniping is just for like really, in my opinion, you I at this point I think you know, like if you wanted to make $1,000 a day with sniping, it's possible.
Yeah, you should have the systems.
You just need the Amazon accounts,
Yeah.
exactly. Right? And it doesn't take that many Amazon accounts. You just need a couple that are tax exempt because so tell me this, like you have 30 orders today. How much profit are you making collectively? How much
Oh my
roughly?
gosh. They just kept, bro, I worked 9 hours today or 8 hours at work. I
Mhm.
wasn't even like checking all them. Here, let me
Like
run
just
you
a rough
through.
numbers. Like you don't have to be accurate. What do you
Okay,
feel like?
so I sold an item here that was 85.99. That's 100% markup.
Hmm.
So that's probably like 25-30 bucks.
Hmm.
And then yeah, eight of that one item that is like 8 bucks profit. That's already 64. And then I had like three other bulk listed. At least 100 bucks.
Gotcha. I would say maybe like over maybe 100,
Yeah,
anywhere around that range, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, we'll know the actual, but remember that's only because you're not tax exempt.
Mm-hmm.
If you're tax exempt, that number would have bumped up all the way to past 200 easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Do you see how okay, to be fair, I wouldn't say eBay dropshipping is easy. Give me your thoughts on eBay dropshipping. Like,
Sammy, it's stupid. It's stupid how like this whole time, okay, but there's a big difference between how I approached like starting up drop shipping. I'm only a month in, by the way. So
yeah.
I'm talking like I've been doing it for a long time. But my previous like ventures, I kind of just half-assed them all. So it's hard to like say, but maybe part of it was that I had to work 40 hours at the job, which it's not a bad job, but like it's still a job, and I don't like the idea of having to like show up on someone else's hours. I had to resell on the side to make enough money because I only had like starting out like 2-3 grand, and your funds are held for a certain period. So I was trying to make sure I still had enough money while paying for like credits and everything at the beginning.
Mhm.
But yeah, after like there was a period where it was kind of like a flat line, but then these last couple of weeks, like everything makes sense, everything's starting to work out, and it's just like, yeah, like you
You
do
get
it.
it.
This is I finished that first video, and a big part of it was like I made like my first month 1 grand, and then afterwards, that's when you realize like to make to 10 grand a month, which is like this number on a pedestal for whatever reason. In the grand scheme of things, it's not even that much, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you get to a certain point. But to hit that 10 grand a month, it's just doing what I did 10 times, which with a team and everything, that's easy.
Dude, okay, let's be honest here. Like, did you to make that 1 grand, how many hours did you spend a day?
Um,
Do you really need a team to make 10?
no, no, you don't. You don't. But
Not at all.
but I will tell you that, I messaged you about how I'll be able to like stop that job, and now I get to leave school early to do eBay, which is funny. But yeah, mixing school with the job and this, I'm not gonna lie, the grades are not pretty at all. Like they're bad. They're really bad.
No, you can't
But
do that, dude.
yeah, I
Like,
know, but that's what I'm saying is
yeah.
I was kind of picking and choosing. I'm really excited right now because
Yeah.
I'm making money, and I know I'm gonna be able to make a lot more. But yeah, it definitely doesn't take as much time as other business models would.
But that's because you had like the right training, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's one of my biggest lessons so far is that I know I watched the one video with you and the one guy from Kenya who
Right.
um, yeah, exactly.
Mike.
And you were talking about the Airbnb business.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you guys were talking about how like you would never start another business model unless you had a mentor because it
Never.
is the cheat code. Like
Yeah.
that's what makes a difference. Like previously it was trying to research and study about the business model. It's like that's almost
It's
you
so
look back and
dumb,
it's so
right?
stupid. It's like,
Dumb,
why are
like
you doing that? There's
wasting
people
your
who are,
time.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
people who researched that 15 years ago. You're 15 years behind. You're not gonna be able to do it all
exactly.
by
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. Like even the Airbnb model that Mike talked about,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want to do that, but he's gonna teach me like step by step. I'm gonna follow him blindly.
Yeah.
Because he makes like 5 grand a month just from doing that. He didn't scale it because he's not in Kenya right now, right? He's actually getting his master's in, I think, aerospace engineering inside the US, right?
Really?
Yeah, so he actually went from China. He was studying there and then went into the US to get his master's over there. But the reason why is because he wants US citizenship.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
the main key here
Hmm.
because that really unlocks a lot of doors for you. Like all these
Yeah.
business models because you have first world banking. So but what the moment like we feel like we're comfortable and we're like we have everything scaling by itself, I'm gonna have Mike like teach me the Airbnb like word for word because he figured it
Yeah.
out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if you make these connections, like the next business model, right? You know exactly who the guy to go to. Like you can teach him eBay, and he'll teach you that. Like
Yeah.
eBay, in my opinion, like it took a lot of like. Okay, let me ask you this, right? Would you say eBay is something that somebody can come into right now and make money without like any formal training?
As in, do I count as coming in without any formal training?
No,
Like, are we talking about like the group and everything?
no, that's formal training.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not at all, right? Like it's
No.
like all of these concepts and theories, like right, they were like the accumulation of a bunch of research by a bunch of people that put it all together, and like that is, as you said, is a
Yeah.
cheat code. You
And
know, like
you know what's funny is all these business models that are like advertised as like easy, like
they are.
I don't know, an easy way to make 10 grand a month. It is making money in general is so easy, but only once you get to the point where you're able to make that like realization. And the only I don't know, the part of like actually like lighting the fire, but without mentorship and like trying to figure it out all on your own, like that's going back to the other point. It's
That's
like, yeah,
crazy.
it's easy whenever you have the right like start and you're
Yeah,
have the right
resources.
blueprint and the resources.
Yeah,
And just like what we were just talking about, like having people around you to where you're able to toss up ideas like this guy knows this, you know this. But
exactly.
like
Yeah,
doing it all on your own, no. Like,
right. The guys who invent the wheel don't spin it. You know what I mean? Like I actually did eBay pretty much on my own, and it was horrible.
yeah.
Like
I
it
mean,
Mike has done like he started like 8 months ago, and I think last time I spoke to him, he's at 25,000 a month right now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and for me to do that, like the first year that I got into eBay, like you know what my problem was, dude? Like, I'll be honest with you. Like when I first started eBay, I was like so broke, man. Like I didn't
Hmm.
have any money, and I was so like I didn't want to buy a course. Like I didn't do any of that stuff because I feel like that really held me back, right? Because when you don't have money, you feel like so like scared to spend it because you
Yeah.
have like bills piling up and everything like that. So, and because of that, I try to figure out everything by myself. And, it did work out, but it took me like 7 years to know what I know now. Right.
Hmm.
And now it's like the reality is everything that I know can get distilled down into a week. Like if I can package it up in a week and tell somebody exactly what you need to do, what you don't want to do. You know
Yeah.
what maybe a month to know everything that I know. But 7 years condensed down into 1 month. Like if I understood this back then, I would be so much farther down. You know what it may, but one thing I would say is like you do become resourceful at some time. But being resourceful and making money, I feel like they're two different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if the goal is to like create something brand new and revolutionary, like that's different, right? But if your goal is purely like financial and you just want to make money, like you don't need to invent the wheel, you don't need to make something crazy, you don't need to change the world. You
Hmm.
just have to follow a blueprint that works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and I'll be honest with you, at this time, like my goal is financial. You know, like I have philanthropist goals like outside of eBay that I want to use the money for that. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But regarding eBay, like I'm not here to change the world and make like sellers like have like the
Yeah,
greatest like it's just for money,
exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'll tell you, for eBay, I do enjoy it, right? It's like I worked like the last job I had was security.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like working online and doing stuff like this is much more exciting to me. But the exciting part is not the
Is
work.
it's
It
building and like, yeah, that's what I was about to ask you is
exactly.
it the work itself or is it like the idea of building a business, like getting a team together, finding new ways, like conversing, like
Exactly.
trying to find, yeah,
Yeah, it's like
I
conquering the
understand.
world, you know, like
Hmm.
one step at a time. It's
And that's what
conquest.
I took an entrepreneurship class last year in school, and a portion of it was like at the beginning, he was asking all the students like to think of a business model or like a business that you'd be interested in. And I never understood the idea of, obviously from like an outside perspective, like in a general stance, like, yeah, doing a business that aligns with your passion, like from a far view, like you can see the correlation.
Mhm.
But from my perspective, because I always thought of business as like to make money or like enjoy building something, like even if it's a waste management company
Mhm.
or a coal mine, like what makes it fun is you're building.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the whole passion thing I never understood, because I don't care how much you like whatever it is, like the industries that are harder to break into, like making a watch brand, or
Mhm.
like the kids who start the clothing brands that is like overly saturated.
Mhm.
Like it, if is your goal like to follow your passion or is it to make money? Because they're two completely different things, I think.
Yeah, you know the one thing I'll say to that is the funny thing is when I first started off, eBay was not my passion. It just
Hmm.
worked. Like
Yeah.
my first sale was the most random thing that ever happened to me. I was working a security job, right? And I watched a video by Mark, like Mark, the guy in the group, right?
Hmm.
He posted a video about like sniping and stuff like that, and I just saw it and I'm like, no way, this it's not gonna work, right?
Yeah.
I went on my phone while on the job, right? I took it out, and then I went ahead on a competitor, and I just literally went on Amazon. I screenshotted the Amazon picture, with the buy box, everything. I didn't crop it or anything. I put
Yeah.
the Amazon price said like 10.99, and it was on the picture, right? And I just went ahead and just copied it and put it on eBay for like double the price, right? And I was like, there's no way this is gonna work. I put the lowest quality effort, but this was during fourth quarter, right? During the Christmas season. It was a snow globe.
Uh,
I remember it was a snow globe. That was my first sale. And then literally the next day, while I'm driving to work, right, I get a notification on my phone and it says you just sold this item, and I'm like, nah, this ain't real, right? It didn't register in my head, right?
yeah.
I finish the job, I go home, I log into my computer, right? I log into eBay, I see the sale, and then I go on Amazon, right? I see it's for 10.99, and I went ahead and shipped it out and made like $7, and then I didn't feel anything. It still didn't kick in that it's real. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But then I was like, okay, so this is like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't believe it's real yet because I've never made money like that. Like, it feels so stupid to me. Like
No,
how,
I'm in that phase right now where, okay, now being like a month in is a little different than like the first like weeks, like the first sales.
yeah,
Because at the beginning, like you don't know if that's like on and off. And at the beginning, it was kind of on and off. Like I would get sales here and there. I was only posting my like bulk listed items at like 60% margin or 70.
right,
So I wasn't making that much money. And then one day, you remember I had like 2,000 listings or something. And
yeah,
I did a markdown sale and I randomly got $600 in sales,
yeah, yeah. I remember
which
that.
I did the same like markdown and like I never got any days like that um again. But like after that day, I was like I was just pacing the room. It's like I had this feeling in me. I was like what I just do? Like I made $150 profit today. I was like, I could do that 15 times. And I'd be like, yeah,
Bro, it's
I
real,
was like, if I
right?
had 15 accounts, like, yeah, I'm like, And then a month in, after you can kind of see the consistency and how like the entire month played out. Yeah, now looking at it, you realize it is like real.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like the moment I started like listing more items, I started getting more sales.
Hmm.
Same story, like those numbers were coming in, and then it started feeling real. But I was so irresponsible, dude. Like I wouldn't do any customer service.
Yeah.
Dude, I would like fill out the orders at the end of the night because I had a job. I'd come home tired. I would just fill up the orders. People would be messaging. I'd close the browser. Like, I was I was a menace to eBay, man. Like it's not my better days, man. I was young. I was
Yeah.
like I think I was 19. You know what I mean? So I kept doing it like that, and then like 3 months down the line, my eBay account got suspended.
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, is the account still around?
No, it's done. That my first account was called Words of Mouth, and then
Hmm.
Khalas, it's done, suspended. And at that moment it kicked in. I realized customer service is so important, and I didn't want to do it. And I watched a video. I read a book actually. It was called The 4 Hour Work Week, right? I think it was. I forgot who was. I think it was Tim Ferriss. Let me. four
Hmm.
hour work week. And yeah, Tim Ferriss is the author,
Okay.
right? So he basically wrote a book about the 4 hour work week, and I read it. And the one of the chapters was one of the secrets to getting wealthy is to hire people in other countries, right? So I thought, okay, you know what? I need somebody to do my eBay work,
Yeah.
right? I didn't hear about virtual assistants from somebody else. I started Googling, like looking for like employees in the Philippines, and I found a website that said onlinejobs.ph, right? I think somebody even mentioned that in the group today, right? But I found that website a long time ago, and I signed up. There was like a trial, but then to get a VA from there, you had to pay like $100. And at that time, I felt like, man, I felt so broke too, that I just didn't want to pay it. So I went on Craigslist in the Philippines, and then I went ahead and just posted a job offer, looking
Yeah.
for someone to employ, blah blah, and then somebody messaged out to me, right? And then they reached out, and that person, we got into contact.
Hmm.
I led them into the computer. They remoted into it, and ever since today, they're still working with me now.
Really?
So that guy grew with me the entire time. So my whole team
Yeah.
now is like all of his friends and family and
Okay.
everybody from there. Like we just kept hiring within. We kept getting
Hmm.
more. He was the same age as me too. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Like we both grew together, and now it's like our dreams are like aligned. But in the beginning, like if I had somebody to kind of like have these kind of conversations with, right? And I'm gonna tell you a hard reality in a second, right? Just and I want you to be prepared for that, right? If I had
Hmm.
somebody like to tell me these hard realities, right, I could have been prepared for it much better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm maybe like much farther down the line. And one of the realities that I want to tell you about is I want you to be comfortable with the idea that your account is gonna get suspended.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Even though I have accounts that are lasting for 7 years now, right? You always want to prepare for the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like with the sniping method, you don't want like right now you're still beginning, right? The truth that's the reality, right? You 28 sales today, that might be a spike in sales, and those spikes in sales might get you the MC11. So you have to
Hmm.
grow gradually. Right. And I want you to be comfortable with the idea that your account is gonna get suspended one day. So that way you can prepare for it.
Yeah.
Right. That preparation is gonna take you far. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, if I am gonna grow to the point where I like want to be, like, yeah, it's inevitable. All the accounts that get suspended.
Not necessarily. I'm not saying like right now, like the way I operate, I'm confident that I won't get my account suspended, right?
Hmm.
Because I do it like I've seen it all. But
Yeah.
because you're still like new to it, like what you should do is like everything that we say about like account suspensions, that you should really like take them to heart,
Listen. Yeah.
right? Like for like one thing that I'll tell you is, the 28 sales that you're getting right now, I
Hmm.
would like slow that down,
Okay.
like raise them. And the reason why is because you're like, until you have at least like 10 Amazon accounts, right? That method is not appropriate for you yet. Like
Yeah.
you should have like
Which
90%.
it's insane. Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I thought I'd get half the sales I've been getting off of sniping like 150, 200 items. But yeah, 50 items and like almost every single one of the items that maybe every single no, I don't not every single one, but like majority of the items that were listed have sold.
They will, the other rest of them, if you, so how, tell me about the method you used. Was it the
So
same one in the video?
um I used the recent two, yeah, where you're showing like the new what's it
Three
called? Like
sold in the last
update.
3 days.
Something like that. Yeah.
Got
There's
it.
the two recent sniping videos where you're showing like the new feature on
Yeah.
the
Yeah. So
filters.
so that is like so powerful that, like the items that you listed, right?
Yeah.
Even though they didn't sell today, wait a month, they'll sell. Like you
No,
can almost
yeah.
guarantee they're all gonna sell.
Yeah. What I am gonna start doing, so like obviously all of them sold majority of the items that are selling like today, like I keep on having to add quantity. Like the one that I sold 8 of today, it's been like I've gotten lucky. Like I woke up in the morning, there's only one left in stock. I refilled it to 5. And then I went to school, I got one sale, and then I was sitting in math class and some guy bought 3. So I've just been like refilling and they just keep on selling, they keep on selling.
Yeah.
But yeah, to slow it down, the ones that aren't as profitable, I've
No,
been using them as
when I
momentum.
yes, but right now, like when I say slow down, just don't list anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't list anymore until you have, because listen, like you gotta understand, we're not even in fourth quarter yet. We
Mm-hmm.
are we are starting fourth quarter. December, your sales are gonna like double or triple.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if you don't have if you're not prepared for the Amazon accounts, like that will be the end of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine you get like 50 sales and then you don't have the Amazon accounts to fulfill the orders, right? You're gonna get 50 of them. If you cancel 50 orders, right? 50 negative feedbacks in succession, 50 defects, you're finished.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're finished. Like that account is gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is what I'm thinking about for fourth quarter. Like when I think about fourth quarter, I'm not like excited. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
scared of the spikes in sales. I'm scared.
Guy, you're hiding behind like 30,000 Amazon accounts and you're scared. This is
Well,
ridiculous.
I don't have them yet, right? We're
Yeah, I
just
know, I
starting
know.
that project now,
Yeah,
right? But
that's funny.
it's not just that, right? Like if
Mm,
your eBay account scales too fast, right? eBay triggers like a
yeah,
restriction. Like you don't want those things to come in. So like slow down, let the sales, like for fourth quarter, like what you should be preparing, and this is what I'll tell you, right? Making eBay accounts now is not the greatest time to make accounts either, because eBay security is so tight in fourth quarter. So that means that you're gonna have to double down on like your warming up phase.
okay.
Previously, you warmed up an account for like a week, right? But next account that you open up, you want to warm it up for like a month. Like you list products from home or whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
you take your time and like to warm it up properly. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think now you know that the sales are completely in your control.
Yeah, no, you saying that, I was about to bring that up. I was waiting for you to finish. The one thing that's cool about eBay is like you saying this, yeah, like I'm in control. Like I could snipe like all my listings and have a bunch of Amazon accounts and like trying to get tax exempt on like a couple.
Yeah,
And like you are in control of how you set up your account and the amount of sales you're gonna get.
exactly. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
you got to understand, like everybody who drop ships on eBay, right? First of all, like the first thing that someone has to learn how to do
Mm-hmm.
is how to get sales. And once
Yeah.
you understand that, now the sales are in your control, and then the business that you're in is not selling on eBay. That's not the business that we're in. The business that we're in is creating accounts. It's
Yeah.
not getting suspended. It's creating eBay, Amazon and eBay accounts and not getting suspended. That's the real business of eBay dropshipping.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not getting sales, it's scaling, making accounts, making Amazon accounts. That's the business of eBay dropshipping.
Yeah, that is something that you learn. Um, like you bring that up. That is like whenever you're first entering, like I feel that's for a lot of business models. You're so caught up on like the figure and like making the sales or like making the money. And then once you like, yeah, get more in depth to it, then yeah, you start looking at the back end and like what keeps you alive.
Exactly.
And what,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Like this business is just about scaling, it's about account creation. That's the real
Mm,
business. You know what I mean? So like as you grow, like you can run the agency model, you can create your own eBay accounts. There's a lot of ways you can go about it, right? But that's the real business. Just and also this goes into your school, man. You gotta get like A pluses for the networking from what I told you.
yeah. Yeah.
Like you got like when I told you that, like I'm telling you, like you want to be the most popular guy in your school. Like make the most friends because I think you get it now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're a lone wolf, that's where you also like you cut off all of your resources. The time you're spending in school is not a waste, right? Like even if you
Yeah.
get a degree and everything, the networks that you make, the people that you befriend, right? Those are all assets. It's a cynical way of looking at it, but it is what it is.
No, yeah. That's actually I had a conversation with my uncle and he really wanted me to go to college. He's like and well, he's not old, but he's like my parents' age. He's like in his 50s. And he's a really successful guy.
Mhm.
And I like would ask him about college and he's like, "Why don't you want to go to college?" Because I've never wanted to go to college. And he said like he asked me, he was like, "Do you think I use my degree?" He was like, "No, of course not." Like he makes all this money like without using his degree. But the one thing that you can't like measure in that sense was like the people he met, the connections. He's
Exactly.
talking about the times where like he needed help and like he had the buddies to sign the contract and like people like dug him out of the hole and then
So
he goes back and
wise.
helps them and then yeah,
So wise. So
which
wise.
I understood and it's there's something to be said about that idea of like the people that you meet and there's different ways of meeting people like you can meet people online in groups
Mhm.
like this and there are different types of connections but yeah I understand like that's like an old adage that yeah it'll never change.
Yeah, you're in my opinion, you're very special because you're kind of wise beyond your years.
Mm,
You know, like I think you know that as well. Like there's no I actually spoke about you to like my partners as well. I was telling people like
yeah.
I met this one guy, Eli, he's 17, he's doing this and that, and they're like, wow, even a 17-year-old could do it. I'm like, no, no, you don't get it. The guy started doing businesses when he was 14. He's
Yeah.
not a 17-year-old. That's just his age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
definitely like you're mature beyond your years and you have like this college, high school, even high school is even better than college because at that time everybody is more social. First year
Mhm.
college, second year college, people are social. Third, fourth year, people don't become as social, right? High school, this is the time to make like all of the connections,
Mhm.
right? You be nice to somebody, they're gonna remember you forever, right? If you can like befriend everybody, like, and if you're like the guy that everyone thinks like this is the successful guy, right? You tell them something like, "Hey, I have an opportunity for you." Everybody's gonna come knocking at the door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you definitely don't sleep on like the school, like the hidden potential is not the grades, just like your uncle said.
Yeah.
It's the network that you're gonna make. So
Hmm.
just getting the grade is not enough. You want to like help people get the same grade, and they're gonna remember that.
Yeah.
They're gonna feel in debt to you. Man, having people owe you is big, dude.
Hmm.
Like, like one guy told me like when I told him like I told him the mindset that I have. He told me it's cynical, and it and
Yeah.
I do agree. Like, but you have to kind of like look at the world like that if you're an entrepreneur, right? every problem is an opportunity, right? You document it, like maybe you make like video. Imagine you made like videos, like series on YouTube, how to like pass this grade or whatever. People are gonna message you, right? They're gonna go ahead and like learn from you. They're gonna message you. But now these
Yeah.
are all guys that have like IDs that they can do a profit share on eBay with you, right? That's like a whole funnel right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like that's what I would like. So yeah, don't sleep on the school thing, man. Like at the very minimum, like you look at it for like the networking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, tell me your thoughts on it now, like from what your uncle told you.
Just like school in general and like
Yeah,
meeting people, talking to people.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know I wouldn't. I always looked at it from like the view that most people do, from like school itself and like the work and what you're gonna use it for in the future. But yeah, it
Mm.
makes a lot of sense. I now senior year, you're not at school as much, but I do know a lot of people. Like my name's out there. Like I know people. Back like my first 2 years, I was more out and about, like doing things. But yeah, no, that does make a lot more sense. I forgot about that actually. Um, like converting people. No, don't get me wrong. I have my list of people that
Yeah.
I talked about, like rev shares and stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is a big advantage being at my age and being able to talk to people, not only people that like respect me for who I am because my name's out there, but people who are broke and would, yeah, like
Yeah.
be more hungry for the rev share. Like they're biting at the 90-10. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like so a human being is so valuable beyond measure. Like the most valuable thing that you can have in this world is a relationship, right? In any respect. You know, like you cannot, even if you had all the money, like it's hard to make relationships with people to trust you. You know what I mean? So those relationships that you cultivate, there are gonna be guys that are gonna have so many different resources out there that you're gonna be able to tap into just because they know you from now. And if you can help them now, like they'll remember that stuff, yeah. So Eli, tell me what tell me what the future, like what's your plan of action for the future, yeah?
My plan is just in general or eBay, like building the eBay
eBay.
business.
Let's eBay.
So my next move is opening another account and looking into scaling sideways because like you said, like my first account, like I'm at the point where it's starting to work and I'm getting excited. Like I'm ready to just list the 10,000 items, which obviously I'm not going to do,
Yeah.
but I should be prepared, like warming up accounts.
Yeah.
Um, I need to look into, I had a couple questions about you as far as like
Yeah, that's
opening the
true.
accounts go, like with the laptops. I heard you say like the differences between like Apple and
Hmm.
the ThinkPads, and I was gonna ask you about that and how I should go about like picking them or like what the requirements are and like simple
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that.
good question. So right now, the most important thing would be that the you should get in your position just to keep things like simple,
Mm-hmm.
right? You want to get laptops,
Yeah.
right? I would recommend like static IPs and like mini PCs for someone else, right? But in your stage, like we got to take like how much time you have into
Mm-hmm.
consideration and also like where you're at in your business as well,
Yeah.
right? The moment you start making like 5K a month, right, you have like you're gonna naturally progress to all of those other tactics, right?
Yeah.
But the least path of resistance right now would be you get laptops, right? Doesn't go on Facebook Marketplace, find like Windows laptops, doesn't matter what it is, right? And then you find something cheap, $100, less than 100, like something decent, like the
Mm-hmm.
specs i7. And then from there you go ahead and set them up at different people's houses.
Yeah. I have two people that are ready. Three
Perfect.
people really.
Perfect.
I have two buddies and then my sister and brother-in-law. They have a place.
Yeah, yeah, I would start with a sister
Yeah.
just to keep the complexity because you have like the most control from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then once your processes are smooth with your sisters and you're comfortable accessing it, I would go to your buddies because that's when you have a little less control.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
I
mean?
do I do have a laptop
And your
So
uncle.
it's an old, yeah, it is an old MacBook. I didn't know if it was like strong enough or
No,
like,
it's fine. It's fine. Like you can make it work. Remember
yeah,
the month, because
yeah,
we're
just
in
warming
fourth
up.
quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to like you really want to take it slow for this fourth quarter because your accounts are gonna get suspended like so easily at this time. New
Hmm.
accounts.
So
eBay
then,
security raises here.
so then I'm saving my name for my accounts later on, right? For static
Yes.
IP and everything. So then should I just get multiple and just warm up like 3 right now?
Yes. Exactly.
4, 5? No, I need Amazon accounts, man.
No, no, but warming up is fine though, because you're
Yeah,
not
yeah, because
getting
you're
the
not buying
sales.
things, but
Exactly.
yeah.
You just want to warm them up and like once like fourth quarter is done, like
Hmm.
maybe you start listing during fourth quarter, but like the main objective at this time is warming up. You know what I mean? That way you kind of like establish the foundation for like the growth, right? For somebody who's coming into it, eBay dropshipping now, um, my advice to them would be a little different. Like I would tell them like warm up for like 1 week and then start listing gradually and take the chance. And the reason why I would give that advice to somebody new is because somebody new is not gonna see the vision.
Yeah, they're not willing to wait. Yeah.
Yeah, so they need to see a sale for it to
Hmm.
become real. But you're at a different stage, you know, where you
Yeah.
can see the vision now.
Yeah. No,
So
100%. It would do me more harm to get the account banned, like
exactly.
just because I couldn't wait an extra week. Yeah.
Exactly. Like for you, the advice is different, and it's always tailored for the person, right? Because I know if like somebody else, like somebody's excited to go, okay, if you
Hmm.
already have an eBay account, like hit the gas pedal, right? Start listing 100 items a day, and just pray.
Hmm.
And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? If they didn't take that chance, then they would have never taken that chance.
Yeah, some people's accounts like I watched one video, the car salesman
Yeah,
who listed like 12K and he did like really fast and he didn't get banned at at the time of the video at least. I
at
don't
the
know.
time of the video, he got
Yeah.
banned.
He did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did it. He actually got to like 12K in profit in a month.
That's crazy.
Dude, that guy
His
was
markup was high too,
160.
right? Yeah.
160, yeah. He was just pouring gasoline like trigger happy. One
Hmm.
account. I told him like so many times too, right? But like
Yeah.
you're just so excited, and I get it. Like your account, so the special thing about his account is it had momentum, right? But now with the new sniping feature, you can artificially create the momentum,
Hmm.
right? So now if you want to have like, have you noticed right now that your bulk listed items are selling more?
Yeah. Originally, I thought I hadn't, but then yeah, because before I'd get like I don't know, sales would vary so much. It's hard to say, but like yeah, every day is like 3, 4 bulk listed items are selling. But at the same time, now I know how to go at sniping in a smart way because I can handpick sniped items. And the way the item that I said is $8 profit, like it's 100% markup,
Hmm.
and I sold 8 today.
Hmm.
That item, the title, which is what's selling, that's what has the
Yep.
demand. I use that title, and this is something like if it's broad enough. For example, I did this for 2 items. One was a picture frame, a 12 by 16. That title is for a 12 by 16 picture frame. So it's not like branded. It's not like you're trying to sell the title, which is like a branded energy drink. You
Hmm.
can't sell it for like a different brand's energy drink.
Right.
But because it's a 12 by 16 picture frame, you can use any of the 12 by 16 picture frames. So
Exactly.
I just went to the Amazon, like the cheapest price. And for the one that's selling like crazy, instead of the product that he was selling, where his margin was like, I don't know, like 60% markup or whatever,
Pennies or something, yeah.
without being like tax exempt. Yeah. Now it's 100%. I'm just printing like, and if I
You get
did,
it.
and
Yeah.
I have 3 sales from products that are around like 100% markup that are sniped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could, yeah.
Dude, let me give you a lesson about exactly what you said. So whatever you said is right on the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and search this item on Terapeak, right? So I sold
Mm-hmm.
this item, but let's go ahead and okay. So let me go ahead and hold on a second. Let me put in I'm gonna show you how you can expand on this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then once you whatever you said, you already get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reality is you don't have to look at drop shippers. So if I go on Terapeak, do you know what Terapeak is?
Yeah, I saw you do a video.
Right. So if
Yeah.
you go ahead and right click this button and
Mm-hmm.
you press search with keywords, it's gonna take his title and just like use AI to go ahead and put the keywords right inside of Terapeak instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you look for an item, right, that says 63 sold or like whatever. So you know that this title works with
Yeah, it's
this.
fine.
So
Mm-hmm.
now let's go ahead and search on Amazon for the lowest price. Okay, so these prices are way too high for this price. So we gotta find something else, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
let's make something more broad, right? Let's say 3D arcade, and then let's look for something that sold for a higher price. Say this item over here, 91.61 Pandora box, 30s, video game, double stick, whatever. So let's go ahead and take this, and then we're gonna search it on Amazon. And we're gonna try to use this title. So I'll search it. And then so let's say I want to list this item for sale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's this. I don't know if it's this. Looks kind of similar. I don't know, but I'll go for it. So I went ahead and imported his title, right? And I'm gonna use my if I so basically I don't this title is what's sold, and that's what you know, right?
Yeah.
So the new feature is if I click this clean title, what it's gonna do is it's gonna go ahead and try to make our title, like this title, as accurate to this title as possible. So it says box 280 retro arcade 3D etc. Right? And
Okay.
this is cleaned. So basically, if this was like a 2 pack and this was a 1 pack, it would make it into a 1 pack.
Okay.
But it would try to preserve the structure of the title. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So
Because
like,
it's the title that's sold.
yeah,
And then I'll just
I
press
didn't
snipe
know.
list.
Huh.
So, and here's the proof, right? I went ahead and did this exact thing with one of the items that's sold over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this item over here, right?
Mhm.
I did this one on video as well. I just used this title, like exactly what you did, right? But I went ahead and cleaned it and it sold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because and I sniped this price as well. So when you're sniping, you're only sniping his title and his price. But what I'm trying to tell you here and is that you can use Terapeak instead of using uh
The competitor, like the scanner, and then doing it
exactly.
manually. Yeah.
Exactly. This electric
Yeah,
nail
that makes
file.
sense. I don't know if I even have the. I was gonna ask you this. How do you update the extension without uninstalling and reinstalling, or do you have to?
No, there's a way to do it. So I'll show you this right now. So if you go on installation tutorials,
Mm-hmm.
um, module 3.1, easily update the eBay Sniper Windows
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just watch
I
that
got
video and
it.
I'll tell you how
I
to
got
do
it.
it. But the lesson here is you can use Terapeak to get your data, right? This one says 43 sold, and this is so let's search this on Amazon. Right? This one is 2000 RPM, right? But his title is very good, right? So we copy his title, we import it, and the new feature will let us clean this title to make it accurate with this one. To get what I mean?
Yeah. So okay, yeah, because before I'd scan like 500 accounts,
Mhm.
and then only three would be like where I'd be able to do what I did.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. I
So
hear you.
yeah, this is way more efficient.
Yeah. So I just so that's you know it's just another tool that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not the like keep doing the competitor research, but really like the point is with eBay there is no limit,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have the sales if you do the product research is in your control. But the reason I don't do the product research is because it takes too much time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have multiple accounts, it's just
Yeah.
more comfortable to bulk list, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna find winners inside that bulk to begin with. But if you don't have the if you have the time, then you can invest the time.
Yeah.
So it's all
This
about
is
leverage.
this is the first time I found an item that's like a winner,
You'll
like that
find
many
so
sales
many
in a
more
day.
now.
Yeah.
It's just about the title and the price. You'll find thousands of them like that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any other questions that you want to ask about?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, did I answer your question about the computer and laptop?
Yeah. I thought it
Yeah.
was more complex than it was.
It could be, but we
Yeah,
we want to
but
keep it
starting,
simple for
yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do I go about creating new Amazon accounts? I was gonna ask if there's like a criteria in the same way there is eBay, like if it has to be, can I only do a certain amount per computer, like
Yes.
name, like yeah.
Did you watch the course on how to create the accounts?
Is it one of the later modules?
Yes. So let me go ahead and show
Okay.
you how you're gonna have to watch this video and
Yeah.
understand it.
If it
So
goes,
inside the Dropship Mastery, I put it in chapter 6.
okay. Yes.
Right? It's a 1 hour video and there's a PDF that it's attached with it. And you want to watch this video and it'll give you like the information that you need for it.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some updates regarding the Amazon account creation, so I'm gonna make like an update video about it afterwards. But
Yeah.
that video is like a very good
It is
video.
a job. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
you'll learn a lot from that. Yeah.
All right. And then I was gonna ask how I should go about implementing like VAs and like when it'd be smart too. But I guess that's different for every person.
If you need VAs now, if you want to get them now, you
Mm-hmm.
can. Because it's what I got them like pretty early on too,
Yeah.
right? If you want to grow this business, like the reason that I didn't tell you to do it at an earlier time was because I wanted you to learn eBay first.
Yeah.
You can't pass on to a VA if
Which
you don't
makes
know what you're
sense. Yeah.
doing.
I was gonna
Yeah,
ask you because if I'm warming up like a bunch of accounts and then I don't go into it without like knowing how to like manage them or set everything up, I don't know if it's like some difficult process or not. But like going from, and obviously you're not gonna go from like you're warming up your 5 accounts to them all having 10,000 listings. But
right.
like I don't know if that's something I should start implementing and getting used to. And then
So a VA would be 70%, like 60 to 70% of what you do, right? The quality of your business is gonna drop, right? So that means before you get a VA, you need to know how to do it like the best you can run your business. Like make sure that
okay,
your customers are happy and everything, and then you teach your VA to do that. So once you learn how to operate your business perfectly, the VA is that's the next step. Well,
okay,
you tell me, are you it seems to me like you're at that stage. Like
yeah,
are you taking care of your cases,
yeah.
alternatives?
It was I was asking mainly because of like if I'm planning to open new accounts. But and now I'm gonna have even more time because I won't be working that job. So it's not necessarily the workload, but yeah, if that's
The two things to keep in mind would be your finances, right? Like if you can afford the VA.
yeah, that was another question. That was the last one and that like and that topic was how much like the range.
You can get a VA for any price. If you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to pay 50 bucks, you
Quality.
can get a VA 50 bucks. Not really about quality, it's more about how just like how you did the product research, right? You're gonna have to dive deep into finding somebody for 50 bucks. Because there's some guy in the Philippines or somewhere around the world that doesn't know how to make money online that will be grateful for the
Like
opportunity to
50
make 50
bucks
bucks
every what?
every month. They're like, bro, like I'm telling you, like people like that exist, right? Like
Yeah.
depending on your budget, like you can find anybody, but hiring is a skill as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you learn how to hire, like dive deep, right, you're gonna find those guys and you can build a relationship with. Because think about it this way, there's a mother out there, right, that has like maybe they don't have a computer, maybe they have like internet, right? You can buy them a laptop, right? You can buy them a laptop in their country and then they can. I did that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
I
say.
did that.
You find like the Filipino moms who like popped out 7 kids and you get them all laptops for Christmas.
I found a Tanzanian guy,
Yeah.
right? His computer was trash. It wasn't working, right? I went ahead and just bought him a laptop.
This guy, and forget warming up the eBay accounts, he's warming up the family. He's prepping.
I'm
That's
telling
funny.
you, I bought him a laptop and I went ahead and like sent it to him, and then I paid him like at the beginning I paid him like 200-300 bucks a month.
Yeah.
But I could have I've had guys that I paid like $100. But the
Mm-hmm.
point is, like, there are people out there that have no idea on how to find jobs online, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you give them an opportunity for $50, that's $50 for them in their country, right? That's food, that's water,
Yeah.
that's electricity, there's just so much you can do, right? So depend, you'll find someone for any budget. It's just like you're gonna have to put in the less your budget is, the more work that you're gonna have to put in to find somebody, and the more
Mm-hmm.
creative you're gonna have to be. So it's more like you make connections. Maybe you go into like a Filipino Discord or something, and then you talk to somebody there, and you're like, "Hey, do you want to work for me?" Like you don't
Yeah.
have to go on like you at that point you don't want to even like go on Facebook forums where there's job offers for Filipinos, because then they're gonna go ahead and compare, right? But if they don't have anything to compare it to, then whatever price that you set is what they're anchored to.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know
That
what
makes
I mean?
sense. Yeah.
So so really, like, there's no like whatever your budget. I would say the right budget is whatever you're comfortable like burning every month,
Mm-hmm.
because the person that you hire, you want to keep them forever. That's the main key area. That's what made me successful in my business, right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't churn employees.
Because I'm sure that the person that you originally hired and taught, they end up teaching the new.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. Now he gets paid way more than everybody else. Like I don't pay
Yeah,
anyone as
that
much as
makes
that
sense.
guy. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? He's so valuable to me, right? And I have like big plans to make him even bigger managers and stuff like that. But you want some, like, the time you invest in training and everything, that is the debt that you pay when you're willing to go for a less. But I think that's the right way, because you get to build relations. And that's what being resourceful is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, the way I would hire would be I would just hire like within my own network. But my advice would be to go out and find your own, because that's a skill that you should have.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the
Mm-hmm.
shortcut would be for me to give you somebody, but my guys would be kind of expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like can you reiterate what I said on that, just so we're clear on this, because this is an important
Yeah.
concept, yeah?
Basically, it's a skill in the sense that if you wanted to dig deep and find someone cheap, you could, but that may mean that they're less experienced, which,
That's good.
yeah, and that it's important your initial VA or VAs, like the initial members of your team, that you train them in the correct way so that they can help on
Yeah, and when I
the
say
new
train, it's like you're
talent.
building a team,
Yeah.
right? Like this is not going to be the first business this is not going to be the last business that you do.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to run multiple business in your life,
Yeah.
right? Rarely is it like the first business that you do is like the one that like is the one that pops off. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Whatever the case is, you're going to do many businesses in the future, right? And you're going to need a team. So you want to learn how to build a team, and you want to have your team like respect you. So that means that there's mutual respect, right? So you want to like the person that you're working with. Like
Mm-hmm.
my guys that I speak with, right? Like they're like my friends. You know, we talk about our dreams, we talk about what they ate, like we talk about like so many politics, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want somebody who's like way like too old or something or too young. Like somebody who like fits like the same mindset that you have, that you think they're reliable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like religious people. You know what I mean? Because that
Yeah.
religious people are like nice because you feel comfort because they're accountable to more than just you. They're
Yeah.
accountable to God. So I kind of look for that in my people nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If somebody
Yeah.
told me like, you know, like hedonism is just for like self pleasure. Like if somebody told me like, hey, like I really want to take care of my family and everything, I love that, dude. Like I love that. Like now it's like you want to help them too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you have like the resources, and also make no mistake, you can hire people that are smarter than you. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like that's the craziest part about getting a team. You don't need to be the smartest people. You don't need to
Yeah.
be the smartest person in your team. Like that guy I hired in Tanzania is smarter than me.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, man.
It is weird to think of that stuff. Even like the bigger companies, they're not even like massive, but like there'll be the companies where the guy at top doesn't have that much of an education, but like people working for his company have the PhDs or
Yeah,
they have the
they're
yeah.
just smarter. Like
Hmm.
you want, if you could get a genius, like that's the greatest hack of a lifetime.
And yeah, a lot of very smart people who can contribute a lot with their ideas. They're not fit for the leadership role,
Mhm.
and if you're able to like learn how to work with them in the correct way, that's like a massive skill. Just being a leader in general, because you get to like seek the colors of like other people's intelligence and
You bet.
find the best way to like use them. Yeah.
Bro, imagine you hired a genius today
Yeah.
and he was loyal to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine where you like you, life, like making money is on easy mode at this point. Like anything that you have a problem with, figure it out. Like I got my eBay account suspended, and I told my Tanzanian guy, I told him, hey, it got suspended, unsuspended. That's all I said. And he went out, messaged the VP of eBay, said my client did this and this, right? And the VP of eBay unsuspended my account. You know, I that's
Yeah.
all I told my guy was unsuspend my account because I knew he could figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That is the greatest thing. You know, having people like that on your team is the greatest thing that you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, hiring is the talent, one of the greatest skills that you can ever have, right? Especially outsourcing it from a different country.
Mm-hmm.
People like you saw in the group, man. Some guy posted like, "Hey, like, well, how do I get the cheapest?" No, it's not the right mindset.
Mindset. Yeah.
You're looking if you look for talent, look for loyalty,
Mm.
right? Look for like somebody who's gonna be there forever.
Yeah. And that makes sense because if you're caught up on like the cost, like it's not a very long-term mindset because
No,
you'd make more a year from now, 2 years from now from hiring the correct talent who will be able to like transition the rest of your what are you about to say?
no, like like what I wanted to say was cost. Look at the cost as well,
Yeah,
right?
of
Because you need
course.
to be able to maintain it forever.
Hmm.
But that's not the only thing that you should be looking at.
Yeah, there's different aspects to it.
Yeah, cost 100%. That's
Yeah.
the main one of the main focuses. But look for loyalty, right? Look for like someone who's smart. It is smart. Like if you at this stage you don't really need that, but loyalty, right? Because you keep and smart. Like
Yeah.
that's loyalty and cheap. Sorry, like those are that's the main minimum criteria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because the thing is like so many people ask me about VAs, dude, but they're looking at just the price. But that's not the only thing. Like that is if you just do that, you're gonna find someone cheap. They're gonna go into your eBay account. They're gonna destroy your eBay account, right? They're gonna get you suspended. They're gonna hack you. They're gonna sell your information to somebody. So many things are gonna
Hmm.
happen. That's not, you cannot just look at just the price. Cheap but loyal. And the way you do that is like you find like I don't that's why I don't like to hire like someone with experience. People with experience can screw you, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless I hire them for like other roles, but I wouldn't hire them for like something so sensitive like the eBay account. You know what?
Yeah.
So give me your thoughts on that, yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense. There's something to be said about, like, of course, in a perfect scenario, trying to bring someone on the team from the start who's loyal and fits the criteria you're looking for. And yeah, because you're talking about the one guy that you brought on who's still with you today.
Mhm.
And yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I see the value in that and how like building out a team can do
Man,
wonders.
man, I'm telling you, dude, like holy crap, like he's so reliable and so
Hmm.
loyal, right? Loyal is not even the right word. Like he's just
Yeah.
like it's just that's my partner.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like my business would not exist without him. Like he manages all my other team members. Like I go to sleep knowing that my business is being taken care of because I got a good guy,
Hmm.
right? Like a good partner. And he brings in like his family and everything that and then he work and then they work and like he is like controls all of them, you know? Like I even ask him like, "Hey bro, can you tell your sister to do this? Like why is she messing up, right?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I go, I don't, because I don't want to, like the moment you have a relationship, like I'm your boss, right? You're my employee, is you taint that. Like that's not your partner anymore. That now he's looking
Yeah.
for another job. Like the loyalty, everything disappears, dude.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like never like we have to be so humble and grateful for the people that are working because that they're the ones that are like we're really like only able to scale this business and make any money in this world because we have them committed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's like I really want you to like inherit that from me because that is one of the biggest lessons like I have in this journey. I'm still learning as well too, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
We're all learning. We're like everybody's trying to climb even further, yeah?
Hmm. Yeah.
Alrighty. So what else questions do you got, yeah?
The last one I had written down, it kind of played off of like, I'm gonna use these laptops or buy a couple, use other people's names. But whenever I do start using my name, is that when I should look into getting like my LLC set up?
Yeah. But
Okay,
that's later.
later. Okay.
Like save yours for the very end.
Hmm.
You know, like the very end when you have like done all the experiments, you've made like five under someone else's name. Like at that moment, you're confident you'll do like run 10 or something.
Yeah.
Reserve yours till the very end. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's what I would have
Yeah.
done if I went back in time. Mine's gone a long time ago. Mine's
Yeah.
gone, dude.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. That was the last question. I have everything. Like I have, like I said, my brother-in-law or sister. They live in the same house. Um,
Start with
two of my
them.
buddies, two of my really close buddies. I'm already using my mom, so I still have my name.
Good.
I have
Good.
my dad, but we're in the same house, so I'd have to wait for like a static IP.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really my question. I'm
Start with
excited, man. I'm I'll be patient with these three accounts, but one thing that has come to my attention, my days being more filled with like tasks, not just eBay, because eBay doesn't take up as much time as someone from like an outside perspective may think
Mhm.
whenever it comes to like, I don't know, like a business in general. But like school, work, and eBay, um, yeah, I don't know. Like from this last month, like what I've learned, it has me excited. Like
Yep.
I
Yep.
keep on repeating it, but like what I did in that month to get like a grand, and a grand's not a lot of money. And like this month, I'm gonna double that. And I didn't make that many changes. And
Mhm.
my account's only halfway there. Like it's at 6,000 listings. I still have a lot of listings to go. But yeah, like I'm positive I'll be able to get to the point where I'm comfortable and I'm able to do what I want.
Yeah.
That's just the
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah.
You bet. So I would tell you like set up with your sisters, right? And then you start looking for a VA, but start being like look for the loyalty and like start putting yourself out there, yeah?
Hmm.
so that way that you can like continue to scale it, because time is gonna be something that's gonna get in the way at some time. So you might as well make
Yeah.
the preparations now, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I'm gonna.
we'll get another call after, like maybe next week, and I'll get an update from you about the FVAs, and I'll give you some, like I'll fine tune your approach. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Okay.
we'll do it like that.
So yeah, I'll warm up these accounts. I'll start looking into the VAs, and then tonight before I go to bed, which it is 3, work starts at like 12, so I'll be fine. And then I'll look into the Amazon accounts tonight. I
Yeah,
have I had a question. So it says ship by a certain date. Is that what eBay goes off of? Like for like late shipment? Because
yeah.
since it's gonna be Sunday, like well technically it is Sunday. Um the USPS is closed, so they give you an extra like 2 days. Do I have like
Um,
that grace period or no?
you do, but it's the thing is, customers want to get their items, so we gotta put before we look at our metrics, we gotta think about the customers,
Yeah. Which I
right?
guess I haven't even watched the module. If it's something that I could set up tonight, I'll do that. Easy.
Like, what do you mean?
Like could I have 2 more accounts by tonight?
You can start preparing for them by tonight, but it's not gonna be um, like you're not gonna have it right off the bat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you should like make like another 8 accounts after you watch that
Man, I
video.
can just yeah, if I need it, I could just like ask my sister if she has an account. I'll use hers for the ones that what
Yeah,
is that? What is that? Oh, I thought you were gonna say
you
it's a bad
should do
idea.
that. No, no, you should
Okay.
do that. You should start using them all right now and distribute the sales around them. And
Mm-hmm.
then also like start building the Amazon accounts, because that's gonna be your bottleneck. You know what I mean? The moment your Amazon accounts start getting suspended one after the other, like that is like it's
Oh, I didn't even
painful.
think about that.
Yeah. Like
Like
you
that'd be
you
bad if I have like a couple accounts going and yeah, accounts are
e-
getting suspended. You can't ship out your items.
exactly, yeah. That is gonna like
Oh, maybe I need 30,000. I didn't even think about that.
yeah,
Obviously, I'm
yeah.
exaggerating, but yeah, that would.
Having as many as you can is comfortable, dude. And you
Mm,
want to warm them up slowly, just like your eBay accounts. And then you can go ahead and just once you have like the Amazon account sorted, like you're comfortable scaling.
yeah.
Like it becomes very comfortable. But you see, if we didn't have this conversation, you wouldn't have thought about it.
No, I would have, and that's what I respect about you and the idea of having a mentor in general. Bro, so many things that you would have never thought of. And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about starting a business model and trying to research everything by your own. No,
Exactly.
like,
Exactly. Yeah. Like so like having these conversations are so important, like to see somebody who can see what's gonna happen to you. It
mm-hmm,
happened to me. And I
yeah,
like it was so messy. Like I have had so many orders, and like I'm just sitting down on my floor, all these computers and phones, just trying to like piece together Amazon accounts, like
yeah,
just and like when you're in a pinch too. Like
mm-hmm,
it's man, like I like that's the reason why like my idea for the 30,000 came. It wasn't even my idea. Some other guy I met, he had 30,000 accounts, and I was like, you know what? Like at first when I thought about like if I thought about 30,000 before he told me, right, I would have thought like, oh, that's crazy, that's a big number. But then I realized some of the biggest players in this industry, that's what they have.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like that's what they work towards. They have that kind of insane amounts. Right. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, let's get it done. And
yeah.
then one benefit would be like if I'm able to accomplish this, then I would kind of solve the problem for all of EcomSniper users as well. Because then I could have like a third party fulfillment where like if anyone's in a pinch, they can just use our service or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm also thinking about. Just like
Mm,
not just like not just a solution for us, but for the community in large as well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, Eli, so give us like your top advice for somebody watching, right? There's gonna be people watching this video, right?
Mm-hmm,
Who got to this point and they haven't taken the first steps and they want to make money online, yeah?
yeah.
Give us your top advice, yeah?
Well, I would say as simple as it is, just start. And if you made it this far, obviously you want to make money if you listen to me for this long. Um, Yeah, it's literally as simple as just starting and actually trying, because there's a big difference between saying that you tried something and actually trying. Like even giving 80%, 90%, like you can ensure success to whatever standard you consider it. So yeah, just
You
start. Like
you bet.
simple as that.
Very powerful. And you also have a YouTube channel you started, yeah?
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to get into contact with you, what's the best way for them to get into contact with you?
Um, I'm in the Discord. Join the EcomSniper Discord. You'll find me in there. I need to be more active. I'll be active in there. I post my wins. I'll start posting my wins more often. You'll find me. My name is Elias,
Alrighty.
and I'll probably put it in the bio or something.
And when's your first YouTube video coming out? But I'm waiting for that one.
I posted it before the call, and
Oh
then I'll
yeah?
have another tomorrow. Now I'll be able to do them daily. Yeah.
Yeah, let me take a look at it live. Let's see
Hold up,
for anybody watching. Yeah, send if you can send me that link, yeah?
I'm gonna send it on Discord 1 second. I love seeing myself on the thumbnail. All right.
Alright, I want to see that too.
It's the same one. There you go.
Alrighty, so it's a good one. All right, I'm gonna subscribe and like it. So guys, like subscribe to Eli. He's right over here. Well, what's the video about? If you tell me really quickly, yeah.
Well, originally I was making a video. All right, you're doing me dirty. Originally I was making a video. It was gonna be about sniping, and
Yeah.
I showed me like starting to snipe the products, but I kind of went on like a side tangent. And this, I kind of started. I'm starting the series, so this is just like an introduction on like very broad, like what is the business model and how to start. And I basically like make the point that I started a month ago. I made a
Mhm.
grand, and that all it takes is the 10x what I've already done, which I was able to do in a month, and I'll be making 10. And yeah, I kind of talk about what bulk theory is, but it's just an introduction on how I'll document it for the next however long it takes. I'll be making videos, and you'll see the progression. So
Awesome,
it's just
dude.
like an introduction to the series, and then I'll start making more like niche videos and like show the progression and like whatever is going on with my accounts. I'll start getting more specific, but this is just like introduction.
Yeah, post it in the Discord too, like in the Watch the Journey channel. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that way everybody can see it. And for everybody watching, this video was sponsored by Dropship Mastery. If you guys want to learn more about how to dropship on eBay step by step, we do have a course that teaches you how to do this exact step that me and Eli were talking about today. And also for the first month, we charge 97 bucks, so you get 100 bucks off, and you get the course and the software for free for the first month. Alrighty, so that's it for me, man. Alrighty, peace.